Wanted to do another little quick update on the next batch of hangers I'm going to do. Let's call them V2.5. Just a minor change to the actual tabs that hold up the heli. The original one was made when the 700 came out, and it has a standard profile gear. The new 630 and 770 have the low profile gear, and the hanger works with them. But in the instructions I show what you have to do, and essentially what you need to do on the front part for the 700, you just bend the tab straight up 90 degrees and it's done. For the low profile gear 630, 770, I show a picture on the instruction sheet. You need to put a double bend in it, and this just a little bit more difficult than just bending it straight up and being done. You have to finesse it somewhat and get it in, and that's because the low profile gear sits back a little narrower, and you have to do this fitting on it once and you're done. It's not that difficult, but nonetheless it's something that has to be explained in the instructions, and people have figured it out by and large. I haven't really had any issues or complaints, but nonetheless I wanted to try and make it simpler. So in the new version that I've made, what I've done is I've moved this bend line from here in to about there, so it moves over about a 1/4 inch. So now for the 630, 770, it just gets bent straight up and down. And for the 700, the original 700, it just gets overbent a little, but straight. Not a double bend like this one where it's a little bit more complex. Just a simple bend that the guy tries his heli on, and you just bend it more until it fits and you're done. So it just makes it a little bit simpler up front. At the back, there's another change because the 700 regular gear extends right back to this face, whereas the low profile gear is a little shorter and it stops about there. So when you bend this tab up on the 630 and 770, it doesn't quite rest against the back of the landing gear strut, and it's only really there to hold the heli from falling off the wall, but people get confused and think that it's not fitting properly. Realistically, with a 4-point system, the heli only really rests on the 2 points. It can't rest on all 4. It's kind of difficult. So I was just going to remove the rear tabs altogether to eliminate confusion and just have the front. But I decided to do something different. So I came up with this idea of a tab that essentially all you have to do is lift it up and bend this back. Okay, and what that serves to do is the gear, when you slide the heli on, goes underneath and it stops it from coming up. But there's no more confusion. It doesn't matter where the gear is this way, because it's just stopping it. All it's doing is stopping it from being knocked off the hanger. So people will no longer have to worry about it not fitting, so to speak, or thinking that it doesn't fit. And it just makes the instructions maybe a little bit easier. Functionally, it hangs the same way. No real difference from the old one to the new one, other than that little thing. So